I wish you good health, dear Ukrainians. Today there was a meeting in detail with the military intelligence services of the SBU and the Ministry of Internal Affairs. We discussed what is now happening in the direction of the Belarusian Bryansk region. It is from there that the Russians consider the scenario of additional attacks on Ukraine against the northern regions, our Chernihiv-Kyiv direction. Of course, we are already working to strengthen our defense in the direction. There are corresponding orders for the military command, but we also take preventive measures, both for Belarus and for certain parts of Russia. Where is the threat from? I assume that the SBU of Ukraine will be as active as possible. In diplomatic work on Belarus, pressure must be strengthened and coordination with our partners must be strengthened. To be honest, I am already tired of the fact that there is always such a threat for Ukraine, that the Russians at some point can draw Belarus into the expansion of the war. They must understand that the consequences for them will be significant. Additional tasks related to this threat are not yet public tasks for our intelligence. In particular, we also have specific opportunities to react to any threat to the Russian territory. I also want to note today our soldiers, who at the beginning of this day again showed that Ukrainian long-range sanctions are effective. The forces of the Ukrainian Armed Forces unmanned systems. Thank you. The distance is almost 800 kilometers from the state border of Ukraine. The city of Kstovo, oil refining, damage confirmed. In general, our long-range plan for May is carried out more or less fully. The key tasks are the Russian NPP, storage, and other infrastructure of such oil revenues. I am grateful for the additional proposals from our special services. We will implement, we will respond. There was also a lot of our communication with partners on a team level, actively in the European direction. We receive signals that the opening of clusters for Ukraine in the negotiation process with the European Union is approaching. This is important, very important for us. Ukraine has done everything necessary for this progress, already closer, and the launch of the European support program for Ukraine in total 90 billion euros. The first tranche we expect in the coming weeks. Of course, our team today was in communication with Britain. The issue of sanctions is always a very sensitive issue. There were many discussions in the media and among politicians. We sent our signals about this to London. We expect that this week everything will be discussed on a bilateral level. Sanctions, both our far-reaching economic and political limitations from partners. This is what most effectively affects Russia. The desire to end this war in Russia still arose. One more thing. Our team had good contacts with the American side on issues of our security cooperation and diplomacy with Russia. If we manage to return this week to a comprehensive trilateral communication, and if we manage to involve Europeans, it will be the right result. We are ready for such steps. I expect that partners will also be ready and that the Russians will not hide. I thank everyone from Ukraine. Glory to Ukraine.